Hi, guys.
What's up, y'all?
Okay, so we are in a temporary studio,
Yes.
so don't judge.
You can judge it, but
Don't
subscribe.
judge it.
Subscribe while you're judging. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, subscribe while you're judging.
Yes.
Live from Washington, D.C., you are listening to Just John and April on the Lance J Radio Network.
Just between you and me, there's a line. There's no tricks. Ooh, there's a love. Just between you.
Welcome to Just John and April, the relationship podcast, your place to level up your intimacy on the Lance J Radio Network. I think we're actually in Atlanta now, and I don't know the call sign yet.
We need to find that out
We
because
do.
ATL is my place.
Exactly. We're in D.C. I know we're in Seattle. I don't think we're in Tennessee anymore, but I think we are now in Atlanta.
Well,
So I need to find that out from
You need to
Lance.
get those things accurate.
Yes, I'm gonna get
so
it.
that you can say the right thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What's up, y'all?
Hey, guys.
How do you like our new studio? But it's not
Temporary.
Yeah, it's just temporary studio.
John keeps
but-
saying new studio. This is not the new studio. This is a temporary studio as we relocate.
Yes. So what of our
a different
chimes?
spot.
One of our chimes asked us if this was the new studio. He asked on a previous episode, and it wasn't. What had happened was we had batch recorded a bunch of episodes, and we released them out of order.
Right.
So that in one of the episodes, I mentioned that we were moving and that we'd probably be in a new studio. And the next episode, we were in the exact same studio. It's because we had batch recorded and it was like the week before. So anyway.
But I think things were off the wall. It was blank.
Yes,
back there.
maybe
That's
you're
what
right.
it was.
Maybe you're right. We had taken stuff down by
it
then.
was blank back
That's
there.
true.
That's why he was like, "Is this the new studio?"
Maybe that's why.
So no, that was not it. This is
wasn't.
not it.
Right. This is where we are going to be for a little while.
This
You know
is
what
a
I'm saying?
temporary studio.
Yes.
And I'm saying that because this is not great.
Well, I mean, this is
it's
cool.
okay.
Now, the funny
You
thing
know?
is, we're probably going to change it. So, all right. So we need feedback. I want to know how you think it looks. Do you like it better than the last time? Is it pretty similar to you? The other thing is, how does it sound? Because we're in the middle of the room right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's a carpeted room, whereas our old studio was a hardwood floor room with a rug in it,
Mm-hmm.
and then we had like. Whatever that soundproofing stuff was right on the wall in front of us. So we're thinking about moving this table against the wall. If we do that, it's going to be a lot of echo. So we want to know, does this sound good? Does it sound better than last time? Whatever.
I don't think they care.
They may not. You know what I'm saying? But if
I
you're
don't
a real,
think they
if you're
care
a
at
real
all.
chime, you know what I'm
But
saying?
John is a tech guy. I keep trying to tell him you need to have your own little tech show because
Do you want me to have my own
the
texture?
people, the chimes don't want to hear all that.
Some of them do. Some of them watch
Like
us
one or
because
two.
of this. You know what
I
I'm
don't
saying?
think so.
You're probably right. Okay, enough about me. Let's talk about you.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow is the first day of school. Well, the kids won't be here.
It's not the first day of school.
But you have to go
my-
into the school building
Yes.
to meet with other teachers and the principal
Yes.
and all of that. How do you feel?
I
I wish I
I'm,
had a mic to put in front of your mouth.
I'm tired already.
Yes?
But that's just because we've been moving. And
We have been
all
moving.
of that, we're selling our house and all that stuff. We're staying in the same area. We don't know where we're going, y'all.
Right.
But we're staying in the same area. But and that's why this is a temporary studio. I
Right.
have to say that again.
This
temporary.
is basically our apartment right now.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
So I am excited because I think I'm going to enjoy this year.
Did something happen this year that's
yes.
different than normal years?
Yes.
What?
My sister is going to be my teammate.
Your sister. Wow, I didn't even know you
So
had a sister.
excited.
That's cool.
Guys, this has been our dream like forever.
So we should have said, my sister's going to be my teammate and then done this.
Yes. I'm so excited. So that's what makes me,
Or this one.
yes. Makes me super excited. So, but I'm really tired already.
Yeah.
So I need some strength so that I can make it.
So you didn't really get that much of a summer because we've been moving so much.
I
And
didn't.
I'm going to just be honest with you, I feel kind of bad.
Yeah.
No, I mean, like, I feel bad because I had a 3-month sabbatical this year, and you didn't even get a summer break.
No, I didn't even get a summer break.
So what can I do to make it so that you can have a summer?
I need a beach, babe. I
I thought you guys said something else. I'm about to say, okay, I can get you a beach now.
I need a beach, but I need a beach more than just a day. Like I need,
like 2 or 3 days.
I do,
Like
man.
a weekend at the beach.
Listen, that's all I need.
Right.
I need like 3 good days.
You
on
need
the
Friday,
beach.
Saturday, Sunday at the beach the entire time.
I really want a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, come back Monday, but I know.
Come back. Oh, I see what you're
You know
saying.
what I'm
Don't
saying?
don't come back Sunday. Come back
Right,
Monday morning,
right.
something like that. Right. Yeah.
But I'll take a Friday,
We'll see
Saturday,
about that.
Sunday.
We'll see
I'll
if we
take a
can
Friday,
work that
Saturday.
out.
I need it. I really, really do. That's the
think you
way
do.
that I am able to rejuvenate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I just need the beach.
Yeah.
So hopefully I'll get that.
Yeah, we'll see what
Because
happens.
I've really been okay. I won't go into a therapy session with myself.
Okay, so
Let's talk.
We got here's what our episode's going to be about today. We got a reel from one of our chimes, and it was a woman who was talking, and she was talking about. She basically said men don't get annoyed when their women ask them to do something. They get annoyed when their woman asks them to do it in a particular way and wants to delegate this job to him, but wants to tell him exactly how to do it.
Right.
And I didn't see any comments or anything like that. I had my reaction to it. Well, my first reaction was, that's true. I don't feel any kind of way about you asking me to do something, or even when you tell me to do something. Like you're not, you don't boss me around or nothing, but sometimes you say, hey babe, do this for me real quick. And I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I can, but I have a problem when you try to make me do it in your time and in your way. So I think it's a true statement.
It is a true statement.
But I had a different issue with the statement because I felt like she was making a comment that seemed to be gender specific. And I find in our relationship, you don't like it when I ask you to do
No, I
something
don't.
exactly the way I want you to do it too. So I don't know if it's gender specific.
I think it's more like we don't mind each other asking the other to do something.
Right.
But once we start doing it or not doing it,
Right.
then it's like, why aren't you doing it?
Right.
Or when you're doing it, why are you doing it that way?
Right.
Or why don't you do it this way? You know what I'm saying?
And I've heard that complaint from you about me
Yeah.
just as much as I think I complain to you about you doing that to me.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And-
so I don't know if in our
Yeah.
case it's just what I really want to know is, are we weird? Is this really a gender specific thing where that's like men, women kind of thing? Or are we the norm where it's like, it ain't about me being a man. It's about me not liking that. And you don't like the same thing when I do it. So
Yeah, I really think that we put a lot of things in a gender specific category. And what happens
agree.
is I think over time we just so you know how they say, which is very true, if you tell a child they're bad, they're going to believe it, and so they're going to act on what it is that you told them they were.
That's very true.
They're going to go on and be bad because
Right.
that's what you say. I
Right.
can't stand when people say that,
Right.
you little
Such a
bad
bad
girl
kid.
or whatever, because when they hear that, they're like, okay, then I'm supposed to do
Right.
opposite of good.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel it's the same with us. We're constantly hearing, this is how men think, this is how women think. I think that we kind of fall in these categories. And I mean, I've done that.
Yeah.
I've said men this, women
too.
that. But I think
Yeah.
this is a new revelation for us both.
Yes.
That, wait a minute, we are way too gender specific when it
Yes.
comes to the way people feel.
correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Because I personally think, since we've been doing more studying about this
Yeah.
and thinking about this,
Yeah.
I think it's more personality.
I do too.
I think
and
it's
other
more
stuff too.
different personalities. We have
Sometimes
so many
upbringing,
different upbringing.
You know what I'm saying? Just preference that people have for whatever
Yeah.
reason. There's a lot of reasons that go into why we do what we do.
Yes.
I think I figured out when we came to this revelation, by the way, is when we read the book, The Great Sex Rescue
That's true.
by Sheila Gregoire.
That's true.
Because
That's where it began.
She basically attacks a whole bunch of gender specific stereotypes.
Right,
And
right.
says, why do we always say this about men? But women feel the same too.
way, right.
I'm like, that's true. I just asked April, do you feel that way? Yeah.
Right. And you have statistics and all that kind of stuff. You
Right.
have analytics and people who've done surveys
Yes.
and that kind of thing. So I
Yes.
believe those things are real.
Yes.
But even if it is more women feel this way,
Right.
I don't think that we should only speak as if women only are the ones dealing with that.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Or
True.
men are the only ones dealing with that. Because
Yes.
then what it does is it makes it like, I don't have any issues with this. So now
Right.
you can do that to me.
Right.
because that's not a woman issue, which I've heard you say before.
I've said that before?
Well, not men, women. Okay, let me take that back.
Please.
But you
rewind that whole thing.
I'm rewinding that. Yeah. You have said though.
Yeah.
But that doesn't bother you. But you
that's
hate,
different, babe.
But it's the same. It's the same concept.
I don't think it is.
Okay. Well, that's another episode.
Okay,
though. We'll
write that down.
We need to write that down because I think it does relate. But anyway.
Maybe. So here's the thing. Mm-hmm. The crazy thing is, I think that when we make these gender-specific, stereotypical sort of statements, it probably makes men or women who do the opposite gender thing, it makes them feel bad. So like, okay, that particular reel that I just watched.
Yeah.
The lady was saying, men don't care when their women ask them to do something. Yeah. They just care when they ask them to do it in a specific way. Now, immediately I thought to myself, April complains about that for me all the time. Does that mean I'm a woman? You know what I'm saying? No, for real.
Or does that mean I'm a man?
Or does that mean she's the man?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of, in my opinion, it creates kind of a worse situation for men and women when we try to make it like only one gender deals with specific kinds of things. Yes. I think we should start breaking.
But it goes back to what I was saying. It also makes you maybe treat the other person in a way where you're not thinking about, when you do that. Let's say you don't like it, and this was what I was referring to. I think it does relate. Let's say it's something that you don't like,
right?
But because it's not something that is woman specific, based on what we have been taught or whatever, you do it without even thinking, because like you tell me what to do and how to do it and what time I need to do it, and you don't think, oh man,
maybe I shouldn't. Maybe she doesn't like this,
right? But see, we're known for as women nag, men don't. And that's not true. Right. I just think that women don't use the word nag.
Didn't we do an episode where you said I nag?
You do.
I can't remember the title of that one, but you definitely said that.
You're not a nagger, right? But you nag.
You feel like I've nagged before.
You've nagged.
Right.
And I'm saying, what I'm saying is, we're taught that women nag. And I'm saying, nah, bruh. Men be nagging too. Right. It's just we don't say nag.
Right. What do you say?
And do you know why we don't say nag?
Because you hate that word. You don't like when somebody says you be nagging.
No, the reason why we don't use nag is because it has been used for us.
So it's a gender-specific word now. So if you use it for a man, it's super disrespectful now. You're saying you're a man. You're a woman, right?
That's why I never said, John, that is so good. I never said, stop nagging.
Right.
I never said
because
that
you feel like it'd be disrespectful.
I feel like it would be disrespectful because I feel like I'd be calling a woman. And I'm mad that I said that just now.
Right.
I am mad that I said that just now because nag should not belong to a woman.
Right.
A nagger's a nagger.
It's true.
Wow.
We should look that up later.
That's really bad. That is really bad that we have what is it? Gender specific words.
Right. It's true.
It is. Yeah. And I think we need to move away from that. And I want us to start right here on our show.
Yeah.
And we have
Let's start breaking some of those stereotypes.
But guys, we have to check ourselves.
We do.
Because we have been ingrained by our society, by our church, by, our community.
Yes.
That this is a woman thing. Right. This is a man thing. Right. You can't feel that way because you're a man. You can't feel that way because you're a woman.
Right. So I actually have another one.
Okay.
So we just talked about gender specific. Probably that was nagging, right? Maybe that's what she was talking about on there. I don't know. She didn't use that word.
Of course she didn't.
But there's another stereotype. Yes, she did that. There's another stereotype that I want to discuss with you when we get back from the break.
Okay.
And I want to know whether or not you agree with this one. It has to do with sex. So we'll see what you think.
Of course, we have to talk about that.
We always do.
You are listening to the Lance J Radio Network.
Paragon 7 Studios.
John and April, back from the break. Really happy to be with you today from our new studio. I just said that because I wanted to make April mad.
Exactly.
She wants me to say temporary. This is our new studio, and the next one's going to be the new one after that.
So you just keep having new studio.
Yeah.
Why don't you want to say temporary?
Because it's too many syllables.
Okay. What about this? Our temp studio.
It's our temp studio. Okay. I like that. Back at you from our temp studio. Just glad we could be with you. You know, I you said you were proud of me for this, and I want you to say it on the air to the chimes now. You know, when basically, I built this table thingy, right? It's like
I did paint the table, though.
You did paint it. That's true. You know what I should do?
Yeah.
I should actually. I can't do it now, but I should have had my camera hooked up so that we could see it.
We'll do that.
We'll do that at some point. But the point is, I built this entire thing based off a YouTube video that I saw, and it really makes it easy to tear down and put back together.
I mean, John whipped this up like it was nothing, y'all. This really, when I saw him putting together, I was like, wow, babe, this was really good.
And you know what's funny?
Because it's just a quick.
It's fast.
You know?
It's take this off, take that off, take that off, boom, 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 you know, put it in the truck, bring it over. You know what I'm saying?
You did
it was
great.
pretty simple. But I must admit, I did not have that in mind when I did it. I wasn't like, oh, this will be easy to move. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
but
it worked
out.
It was. It worked out.
So we can move again with no problem. So this is our temp studio.
Yeah, it's our temp studio.
Okay, so before I ask you the question that I teased before the break, I do want to ask you a different question.
Mm-hmm.
In the news, I saw yesterday or the day before that Pete Davidson and Kim Kardashian broke up after 9 months of dating. Are you surprised?
Of course.
Just answer it.
No, I am not surprised.
You could say, of course not.
Of course not.
Why are you
not surprised?
Why are you not surprised?
I mean, it's Hollywood. Not saying that
so
Hollywood people don't stay together. I'm not saying that.
Right.
But
yes, you are.
I'm not.
You know how people say, you know, I'm not saying that, or you know, I don't mean to whatever, and that's what they're saying.
It is rare. Okay,
it is.
Rare. It's rare.
It is rare
to find, you know, Hollywood people staying together, because that's a hard life.
I agree.
When it comes to relationships,
I agree.
you know, it's difficult. I believe that's very difficult to have to do that with the media and all that stuff. That would not want
all
that.
the scrutiny.
Oh man, that's a lot. But her reason.
Yeah, what was her reason
why
they broke up?
Because she said she was exhausted.
Exhausted.
Well, that's what somebody said. She said.
Right.
Yeah.
The article said she said.
But it makes sense because I don't know if you know how young he is in comparison to how old.
I had no idea.
How much older she is.
I had no idea until the other day.
Yeah, he's not even 30 yet.
He's 28.
He's like 28.
I couldn't believe that.
If I'm right about this, I believe that's correct. And she's like 41.
I think that's right. Yeah. But anyway, I think he was younger than 30.
The whole point is you're 13 years older. Right. You know, she's a cougar. You know what I'm saying?
She is.
She's a cougar.
I don't know if it's the age difference that was the biggest thing. I think it's where they are in life. I think it's because she has 4 kids.
Well, I mean, when you're 41, you are going to be in a certain stage of life. 28, you still having fun. You still, not that she's not having fun, but you're still.
If she got married at 38, then it may not be the same. She probably wouldn't have this many kids, something like that.
That's true.
She's only 3 years in, whatever. But I don't know how long she was married to Kanye, but they got married a long time ago. They had 4 kids, all of that. I think that has more to do with it than their actual age.
Whether she got married earlier or not, if you have any children,
that's true.
Whether it's 4 kids or 1,
right?
You know, I think her whole thing was she wanted to be there for her kids,
right?
And having to go meet him out here. See, he's spontaneous. He's like, hey, let's go here. Let's do this. You know, you 28. You don't have no kids. You don't have no family. You can do whatever you want. So I think her keeping up with that, with his schedule, her schedule, that was just too much.
That's a lot.
So she was like, deuces. I'm taking care of my children, which I respect her for that.
I do too.
I really do. I respect her for that. So
do you remember what it was like being 28?
I do. I feel the same.
I don't. At all. No, I feel similar, but I don't feel the same.
I'm joking. Yeah. No,
anyway,
physically, I do not. I feel like I could just do everything and not even have a thought.
You know what the major difference for me is?
What?
Having certain aches after doing certain things for as long as I do. Like before, when I was 28, I could work out and I'd be sore the next day, but I wouldn't be sore 2 days later or 3 days later. You know what I'm saying? When me and John brought stuff over here from the other house,
right?
Girl, you remember I was sore all week.
You were. But I think too, for me is how I get tired faster.
I get tired faster too.
I'm be ready to go to bed, man. I'll be ready to go to bed.
BED.
But I can stay up.
I love that bed,
you know,
man.
I love my bed. Y'all, I love my bed.
I never loved my bed so much in my life.
I love my bed. All right.
Okay, so let's talk about this other thing.
Yeah.
So the other gender-specific stereotype that we hear a lot that I think we have found to be mostly false with the people that we encounter is that men want sex more than women. Or I should say husbands want it more than wives. Because that's really the context. We don't deal much with men and women that are not in relationships for real. Most of our people are married.
Right.
And so what we've noticed is it is mostly not true that husbands want it more than their wives. That is not like... And maybe it's the age we're dealing with. I don't know.
But I would say it's just it's I don't wouldn't say equal, but it's not like a big difference. Like,
it's more equal than it. Okay, the way that we encounter it, that should not be the stereotype. Like the amount
the way
of
we encounter exactly.
the amount of people that we see where the wife actually wants it more than the husband, or where neither one of them is really that into it. You know what I'm saying? That should not be a stereotype based on what we see. You know what I'm saying?
And I think that you have to, like I said, there are statistics out there.
Of
there
course.
are numbers that might say it.
Right.
But when we're in that field or that, I don't say field.
That's
but
good.
Yes,
field.
good. I can
We
say that.
are.
Okay.
Yes.
We're in that field where we're talking to couples all the time here and there. It's like we're hearing here the man, there the woman, here the man. So it's not like oh man, babe, all we hear is these women dealing with this.
Right.
I mean, it's not like that. So I feel like, again, we need to move away from that and more so talk about how can we have better sexual marriages, sexual relationships in our marriage. You know what I'm saying? How can we make sure that we're on one accord as far as our wants and needs when it comes to sex? You know what I'm saying? Because I think we talk about, women. I'm hearing so much of this, idea that women need to give more sex to their husbands. But how about we talk about us together? How about we talk about it being an equal amount of satisfaction?
Right.
So that we're both wanting it.
Yes,
And then there's a respect there to say, hey, here are times when we can, here are times when we can't, here are times we will, here are times we won't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it needs to be that the couple has a oneness in a way where they're able to establish the way that their sex life is going to be together.
I agree.
Not here's mine, there's yours,
Yes.
and now you need to fulfill mine, and that's what I think about.
Here's the other thing I think about that, because I think you're on the right track with something. I think that making certain things gender specific automatically feels like you're saying men and women are vastly different, so that women are built to not really want sex like that, and men are. I think that's problematic because, like I said before, if I'm a man that doesn't want it as much as my wife, do I start thinking, oh man, am I a woman?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And what's crazy is,
that's not
John,
right.
what's crazy, babe, is that some men actually don't even want to get help
Right.
with their spouse about that because they feel like they're the woman now.
Yes. There's an embarrassment there. Associated with that, because everything's saying I'm supposed to want it more, and I don't want it more, so I don't want to even admit that.
So I'm not a man,
right? And I'm saying that's garbage.
That is garbage. But society, our church, I'm going back to our community, how we have been taught that this is the way it is. Right. So because of that, this is what we need to do.
So here's the other thing.
You can't have these feelings.
Right. I'm not allowed to have these feelings because I'm of my gender.
Exactly.
So here's the other thing that I have a problem with. Even in the situations, you and I, when we have been dealing with couples that are married, where the wife doesn't want it as much as the husband, even in those cases, I haven't found even one where I would say it was specifically because of her gender. It was something related to other things that maybe are traditional, like she's a stay-at-home mom and she's always tired because the husband doesn't help at all around the house. No, I'm serious. This is why she doesn't want to have it as much, because she's dog tired. That's not a woman thing.
Right.
That's a y'all marriage setup thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Or a woman doesn't want it as much because her husband is whack in the bedroom.
That's another thing. That has nothing to do with gender. He ain't putting it down.
He ain't putting it down. Okay. And she may need to express to him what it is that she needs.
So our point is,
so here we are.
The moment you get rid of the gender thing, you're basically saying it is possible for us to have a whole list of options of how we feel about stuff, because it's not specific to my being a man or your being a woman.
Exactly, because stress, first of all, will make you not want to have sex.
Of course.
Okay, if you are highly stressed, and there are men in highly stressed jobs that we know who do not want to have sex, or they do not have the desire.
Right.
Let me say that. They want the desire.
Right.
But they don't have it.
It's not there.
It's not there.
Yeah.
And it's not because he's a woman.
No.
It's not because he's not a man anymore. It's because he has a high stress job and it is killing his libido.
So high stress jobs, stress often lowers our testosterone levels. And so you could have a man that has low T, and so he doesn't want sex as much because of that. The culprit's the stress.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Not the fact that he's now a woman.
Right.
Because that's not it.
Correct.
Or that he's not a man. And
Right.
it's what I don't like about that is that men are not allowed to have certain feelings.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Women aren't even allowed.
True.
Because if we want sex,
Right.
then we are considered what?
I don't know. Insatiable.
Right. Whatever.
Right.
It's not looked at as
usually
ladylike.
right. It's
You know what
usually
I'm saying? It's a
stereotype.
negative. It's not looked at as ladylike.
Except when you're married to the person, then it's not a problem at all.
Exactly. But I'm talking about on the how things have been given to us. Is all I'm saying.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes. We need to go to the word of the day, babe. I think we're running out of show.
Yes,
we get a little carried away here.
Okay.
All right, so word of the day. Word of the day today goes along with everything we're talking about right now.
Mm-hmm.
And the word of the day is the word universal.
Universal.
What does it mean?
Okay, it means embracing a major part or the greatest portion as of humankind.
Okay, so what we're really saying
Explain
is that these things that we have made gender specific oftentimes are universal. I think that no matter who you are, you want love.
Yeah.
No matter who you are, you want respect.
Yeah.
If you're in a relationship, you want to be able to enjoy sex with your spouse.
Right.
I'm serious.
Whether you're the man or the woman.
That's a universal thing.
It's a universal thing.
I don't think this is a gender specific thing.
Right.
So the moment you take it out of the gender specific area and you put it into the universal area, now you're saying, oh, this is something everybody wants.
Yes.
Let's stop pigeonholing each other
Yes.
and saying it has to be done this way, it has to be done that way.
Yes.
Let's start embracing this thing.
I
These
like
are
that.
regular human needs that
Yes.
everybody has.
Yeah.
That's the wrong one.
You said that really well, babe. You could have.
Thank you.
Now you played the wrong one again.
Oh, which one is it? Which one is the one? Here we go. Ah!
You just pressed
I
all
just
of the
pressed
buttons.
every single button on our joint, which I like to do because I like pressing buttons. You know what I'm saying? So that was on brand all the way.
Oh my goodness, you just pressed all the buttons. That's okay.
You know why I pressed all the buttons?
Why?
Because the little label thingy that's on here that tells you which one is which, it's
we
not
don't
on
know
here
what
yet.
happened to it.
I packed it. I think it's in this box over here. I'm not
Okay,
sure.
we need that because you can't be
we
pressing all the buttons.
Definitely do.
But yes,
y'all
let's
enjoyed
be
hearing all
more
the buttons.
universal, y'all.
Yeah.
You know, because I think it actually shouldn't even matter, the statistics. What should matter is
What's happening in your home?
what's happening in your relationship.
your relationship.
How does your spouse feel? How do you feel?
Sometimes you just
You know
throw
what
away
I'm
the
saying?
statistics.
You do.
Sometimes you just
It
forget about
holds
what
you
they
back.
say. It does.
It does. It holds you back, and it puts things on your spouse or on
Yes.
your partner that's not even
Or on you.
on you.
Now you got this extra pressure
You have
the
the extra
statistics say it's
pressure.
supposed to be this way.
So men have the extra pressure to be wanting sex all the time,
Right.
and they may not even want it like that. I'm just saying.
It's true.
Like, let's talk. Let's be real. Let's be
Yes.
honest.
Yes.
Let's not just fall into the category
Right.
that we've been put in since birth.
Right.
You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Let's deal with us,
Yes.
and everybody else deal with your stuff. Like, you know,
handle your own stuff.
yeah. You know, you would be happier. I think.
I think so too.
I think.
I like the new studio. Do you?
I like the temp.
The
I like
temp
the
studio. Okay.
It's just cool. It's alright.
It's fun. I like it.
You know. That's because John set it all up. He thinking everybody can see all that.
They don't see none of this.
This all they see, baby.
Right, exactly.
So that's
That's the whole studio in their mind. See what I'm saying? a bookshelf and some books. We'll see y'all next time.
All right, y'all.
Where's the thing that says to end? That's right. Bye, y'all.